Hey, party people! You are tuned into Keeping It Real with D.Jones.
And T.Marie.
Yeah, so look, as you can see, it's been a minute since we have connected with you
Like
guys.
2 years.
It
We
has
ain't
been
did
that
this in like 2
long.
years.
It's been that long.
What took you so long?
You just gonna blame it on me?
Well, I was out the country, the state.
And you just gonna lie to the people?
No, not. Well, Cali is a little different.
Oh, Jesus. So, yes, there has been a chain of events that has stopped us from taping, but we're glad to be back. Are we glad to be back?
I'm happy to be back.
We are most definitely glad to be back. So I was kicking it with D today, and we were talking about a number of topics. And as you guys know, usually our show surfaces around relationships. So we've talked about nicknames. We've talked about.
We tried to hook you
Oh
up.
my gosh,
That was good.
that was like one of the. By far, it was the most embarrassing but best shows that we had. We talked about first dates, folks paying, all that other kind of good stuff. But today, me and Dee had a conversation about thirsty chicks and thirsty dudes. And I didn't know that there were thirsty dudes out there.
Yeah, where I come from, dudes get thirsty in these streets. They see a girl and they lose their mind and they try to holler at girls any type of way and say crazy stuff to them. You know what I'm saying?
And in my world, there are thirsty chicks in the church, and he asked me, like, is there thirsty dudes in the church? And technically, I really don't know. So we're gonna pose that question to you guys, a little bit later. But today we're gonna talk primarily about them thirsty chicks. And here's my take, like, especially when it comes from the church scene. Like, there are thirsty chicks where they are just doing the most. Like, literally. Like, when you say doing the most, like, the most on 100,000. Like, I mean, dressing a 9, and there's nothing wrong. Don't get me wrong, ladies. There is nothing wrong with dressing appropriately and looking good and caring for yourself and all that other kind of jazz, whatever.
So they dressing inappropriate at church, is what you're saying?
No, they're dressing for attention. So even with dressing nice, they dress for attention, and then two, they sit up there and they literally, like, go after or stalk the dudes, in the sense. So they're just being extra. Like, say for instance, if you're at one end of the sanctuary, she'll make her way to the end of the sanctuary where you are, just to make sure that her presence is known, versus waiting on you to come towards her. Or even her, like, hitting you up on Facebook, hitting you up on Twitter, contacting your friends to figure out exactly, what's up with you and all this other kind of, just doing the most, just doing too much.
Okay, I'm playing devil's advocate.
Because of the simple fact that they see that there's this available guy, and let's be real, they feel like, oh, well, I need to jump on it before somebody else's bills. Yeah.
Well, when I used to frequent church,
which I'm trying to get him back.
It was a new girl there.
I'm so trying to get him back to come to church. I just want to say that.
When there was a new girl there, we would, I guess we would be a little thirsty. You could say the dudes would get, like, who was that? And we'd ask about the
But what's
chick
wrong with the girls that are already there and that aren't doing the most? What's wrong with that? Because I feel like the thirsty chicks are making it bad for the females who are not being thirsty. Like, prime example is one of the things that me and Damien talked about was he believes strongly that a woman should express interest in a dude in some way, shape, or form.
Well, yeah, because we're slow. So if you feeling me, then somehow let me know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know that you like us.
But then there's some girls who take that overboard. You know what I'm saying? And it just takes overboard. I'm gonna leave it at that. Like, turns into stalkerish overboard.
My experience with thirsty girls is not.
What's your experience? What's your experience with thirsty girls?
Let's say I'm on Facebook, right? And a girl got booty pictures everywhere, got her titties hanging out.
Okay.
Can I say titties? Because I said
you already said it.
And so, dudes will comment on it, and then they be like, y'all so thirsty, but you butt naked. So what do you expect a dude's going to say to you?
Well, I agree.
Now, if they come out If you know what I'm saying, you just regular, and you just being a regular woman, and a dude come at you wild, then yes, he's thirsty. But if you're naked and you're trying to wonder why all these guys are saying inappropriate things to you, it's because you're naked.
Mm.
It looks like Gatorade
A Sprite
or Sprite.
or a Sprite.
We need to quench the thirst.
Hey.
That's all I'm saying. But the whole church thirsty thing, I can't comment on because I don't. We used to just call them groupies, like, you know.
And in some cases, they still are known as that.
But I still say if you like a dude, you don't have to go out your way and be extra. But how we supposed to know? You see what I'm saying?
All right, so look, let's pose the question to the people.
Okay.
All right. So, have you been the thirsty one, or have you experienced seeing thirsty chicks or thirsty dudes, either in the church or outside of the church, and how have you reacted towards that? Do you believe that they're making it a bad look upon you as a guy or you as a female? Share your thoughts, all right? So that's Keeping It Real with D.Jones and T.Marie today.
And if you're thirsty, ladies, my Facebook is Damian Jones. I'm just saying. And we can talk about this thirst. That's all I'm saying. Huh? Listen, and let me make a disclaimer.
Please.
For further shows, whatever I say, do not fire her from coming to church because of me. Because I know they give you a pink slip like, you did what, Will? Oh, no, you're fired. Get out. And I love your church, and I love the fact that you go there. And I don't want them to fire you because of me. Because they know I'm crazy and say crazy stuff. Because I keep it real.
Yeah.
Hit me up, thirsty girls.
Oh, God. I'm trying to get him back, y'all.
Get me back where? You should come to my church.
You should come to my church. You should come to my church. You don't go to church. All right, look. So on that note,
I do.
This is your girl, Miss T.Marie.
Shout out to, I ain't gonna say it.
This is your girl, Miss T.Marie. And that's D.Jones. And we'll see you
Go
guys
Heat.
later. Bye.